Hello, I'm Risen Knight, and today is actually my channel's 5th anniversary. Well, technically it was sometime in I think March, but I'm counting towards when I uploaded my very first YouTube video, How to Craft the Sharp Dresser 2 Ways, which was made on May 24th, 2014, and now it's 5 years later, May 24th, 2019. And so I thought that since my channel was based around TF2, and it still kind of is, I kind of like to change it up a little bit, but it's not been working lately. But I kind of want to make a video going around my favorite classes that I like to play in TF2. And we'll start with my least favorite to my favorite one. And with that, I'm going to start. Also, I just want to say thank you to even though it's been 5 years and my channel is still not that large. I only have around 320. I still want to just thank everyone who's been sticking with me for half a decade. It's been really I'm happy with what I have, even though I wish I had more. I have to do with what I have. And with that, let's get started. So I'm gonna start with my least favorite one, which is the medic. Yeah, I know Ray7 is probably gonna be very angry at this, but the thing is that I actually really do like the medic. I like all the classes. They have so much character to them, and frankly, medic could also be swapped out with the number 8 spot. It's just like how I'm feeling right now, and it's just like kind of how which ones I enjoy to play more. But the medic, thing with the medic is that I think he looks really cool. And I like the way he's dressed up, except that his combat stat or the gameplay is not exactly. I don't find the most enjoyment out of it as much as other ones, because you just really heal people, and that's kind of the thing. You could sometimes go with DPS, but I don't find it as interesting. I think it's much more enjoyable to play as a medic during the CPD group one, because then you can kind of go as you can DPS and also you deal a lot of damage and also heal people. And I find it's like you're a paladin, which I think is really cool, because he's probably one of my favorite classes in CPD grouped. I kind of should probably make a different list for that entirely. But now, moving on to the number 8 spot, which is the engineer, Uncle Dane. Yes, I know. Sorry, I put him so low on the list. It's just that. Here's the story. So I'm playing this is when I was playing Man vs Machine a lot. I play a lot, and I always end up having to play as the engineer, because I'm actually pretty good at the engineer. And even though the gameplay that I'm showing now is not exactly doesn't show me the best light, but for MVM, I was a very mean Engie. I was really good at it. And after playing it so many times for hours upon hours on end with no switching up and everything, I just playing the exact same thing with the whole Wrangler and everything, I just end up getting very bored of the class. And I actually kind of hate it for MVM. I don't think I hate it anymore for MVM, but I enjoyed it far less. And but with the reason why I put the engineer above the mech is because I ended up I could do a little bit more with the engineer. I can use just with setting up different points. Can also go in and be like a battle engine and use the Wrangler and everything, along with the gunslinger and everything, and increase your HP. Which, frankly, I hate how so many weapons used to increase your HP, but then they ended up taking that away. That was such a unique ability, and I enjoyed making some of my characters gain just a little bit more HP. It was so cool. I just so disappointed that they did that. Like with the Pre-Boy's pocket pistol, that was a real shame. That was. I bring back the original Pre-Boy's pocket pistol. Okay, but with the engineer, I just thought it was pretty cool, and frankly, I think he's probably one of my Uncle Dane. Sorry, man, but I know you're my uncle and all, but I gotta say, I don't really like the engineer's design that much. I can't really dress him up that well. It's like he's either a cowboy, and that's kind of about it. Can't say do much with him, so I can't. So that takes away my enjoyment. The reason why I put it in might possibly put him below the medic, but as of right now he's a little bit higher because of gameplay value that I get from him. Now at number 7, which is the soldier. Yes, Muselk. I know, sorry, but yeah, number 7. Yeah, originally I was going to put him actually higher up, but then I kind of thought more about how I felt when I'm playing as him, and it's just that I just think he's extremely slow. I can rocket jump, but it's not exactly it doesn't exactly feel as. I can't always rocket jump, and he's just too slow on the other hand. And the only weapon that increases his speed is I can't remember the name, but it's like the whip or something. But I just find it not exactly the most enjoyable to play as, especially with mobility. And then there's the And then there's the rockets, which I mean are cool, but I just can't ever get any. It's very hard to get kills with him, and it lowers my enjoyment out of it. I mean, I kind of find more enjoyment when I'm using the I can't remember the names, but it's like the gun that fires really quickly going up in the air, and then the parachute. But that's the reason why. Plus, also, you can't exactly. It doesn't exactly look as cool as some of the other classes, and I kind of. Like, I mean, I guess he has a cool knight helmet, but that doesn't exactly go well with any of the other cosmetics that he has. And I kind of also want to rate on. I think dressing my character up to make him look cool and everything or funny is very. I get more enjoyment out of that class if I'm able to do that, and I just can't really do that with this class. In fact, I can't do that with. The only exception is the medic, really, right now, but it's kind of why I can't do it with these lower classes that I put on my list. But still, I still find them pretty fun to play as, because I mean, when I'm able to get kills and stuff like that, and they'll do really well with the soldier, it is really satisfying and fun. Like, doing well with the soldier is extremely fun, and that's the reason why I put him higher up on the list. Now, for number 6, it's the heavy. Now, this is kind of middle of the road, but I gotta say, he is the most iconic character out of all the TF2 cast and stuff, and for good reason. I mean, he's like on the box art, people like he's advertised the most. He has some of the best he's one of the best characters in the series, like the lore wise and everything. He's really cool, and frankly, he's always extremely funny in a lot of the SFMs and everything, and especially the G mods. I mean, do you remember that intelligence? The heavy was awesome. Plus, he has that really funny hat, that like hobo kind of hat that I always like to wear on him. But now I don't always wear it. But frankly, I just find extremely hilarious him having this big man wearing this very kind of tiny, all ruined and everything top hat. I also enjoy like his spy is kind of like he has that hood kind of thing, which I think makes him look really cool and everything. Like, so like a Russian spy and all that stuff. And I do enjoy. I think he's kind of easier to play as him, and I find it more. I think it's more fun to play as him. So that plus when you could have the minigun and you're able to shoot down a bunch of enemies, and I think that just furthers my enjoyment of this class. And one reason why I like him more than the other 3 classes. But now we're going to go on to number 5, which I can also swap out 5 for number 4. But number 5 is the sniper. Now the sniper, frankly, he's like the exact opposite from my kind of playstyle that I like to play as, but he looks really cool, and I've dressed him up in all these different kinds of costumes. My favorite one is using the Toowoomba tunic, which, fun fact, is based off of the tunic that Link wears in Twilight Princess, which is also really increases that factor. Link is one of my favorite video game characters of all time. Really cool character, and the sniper being able to dress up and be able to use that kind of tunic, along with having that dread hiding hood and stuff like that, and then the cloak thing. Man, it's the criminal cloak. I know it sounds like an edgy 12-year-old, but it is really cool. And it looks it. And plus, he also has like very cool weapons like the huntsman, which I enjoy using. That kind of allows me to go more forward, because the sniper is kind of a camping class. That's the main goal of the sniper, to camp. And I didn't find enjoyment out of that, but I always like to using like the operand and stuff like that. But I also really like to use the huntsman, just go in and just just get kills like that, just out of luck and everything. That's the reason why he's number 5. But now on to number 4 is the Pyro. Now the Pyro is kind of my iffy, because sometimes I really hate the Pyro, but a lot of times I really like playing as the Pyro, because I mean plus he also looks really cool. I have this really edgy look that I have for him, where I use like this tabard or something along with the knight's helmet, and then having a hood over it. I think the hood and helmet is extremely cool. Very historically inaccurate, and it should never be done in real life, but frankly, for looks and everything, it looks pretty cool, having the hood over the helmet. And I just think that the Pyro has that kind of, has that look to him, and plus he kind of is fun to play style, especially when they're using the his jetpack. It just fits it just has that extra mobility to him, and then how he kind of has that, he's like a jack of all trades. How he has a lot of health, so he could take some damage, but he also is good flanking, but he can also be good DPS. Well, flanking and DPS are kind of the same thing, except just how you go around it. But with that, that's the reason why I put him at number 4, because he looks cool, and also because I find more enjoyment out of him. I could do more. I could play more aggressively as a Pyro. But now for number 3 is the Spy. And man, the spy is such a fun class to play as, especially when you do really good. I mean, when you could get a bunch of backstabs, a chain backstabs, it's so satisfying and really fun. And also, he has also dressed up always as like an Assassin's Creed character, like Ezio and stuff, or Altair. I think he's supposed to be based off of Edward or something from Assassin's Creed Black Flag. And I just like that whole look with the hood and everything. It looks extremely cool. Plus, with the sharp dresser, that was like my first YouTube video, and I always use that one because it's awesome. And that's one of the reasons why he's the number. So it's just, he's also the character I play as the second. He has the second most amount of play time, which kind of shows. He used to be my second favorite, but I moved him down to 3 just because of the next class. But with that, the reason why I also ranked him a little third is because, even though I think he looks really cool with this Creed hat, you can't exactly do as much with him too. He doesn't have that much variety. It's either like ninja or assassin. But with the ones that he can do, it's really awesome. And that's usually why he's at number 3. Now number 2 is the Demoman. And I gotta say, Demoman is such a fun class to play as. And I gotta say also, you can play at my whole avatar and everything. My name is based on knights and stuff like that. So being able to play as the Demoman and be able to play as the Demo Knight, it kind of fits. I find it really cool and fun to play as the Demoman because of that. And even then, I'm not always playing as the Demo Knight. I also end up playing as like the regular Demoman, and I like to is that one weapon? The barrel something? I don't know. The one where you have 4 shots on it and stuff. I'll probably think of the name later. But I think that weapon looks extremely cool, and I always enjoy having how I'm able to have high mobility with the sticky jumps. Because I think I like his mobility a whole lot more than the soldier, because he's much faster than the soldier. He's able to use like the Wii boots, which increases speed by 15 or something. And then there's also the sticky bomb launchers, which also grants him higher mobility. I think much easier to control. But that's kind of more up to preference. But having a very fun playstyle, along with also he has swords, which everyone knows are awesome. Doesn't matter what you say, swords are not overrated. They are definitely not overrated. They are awesome. Well, maybe here's the thing with swords, it depends. Certain swords are overrated and other ones aren't. I think the longsword is not overrated. It is awesome. But the katana, we'll have to bring a discussion for that. Maybe for a different video. But back to TF2 and the Demoman. With how his playstyle and his looks, is the reason why he's at number 2. And now at number 1. I'm pretty sure you guys knew this already, but I mean, it's the Scout. I mean, come on. The Scout is definitely my favorite class in TF2, and he's been my favorite class ever since. I'm a Scout main. I mean, what can I say? And that he's the cool character. He has a huge wide variety of different hats and everything and stuff. I like to dress him have 2 main laws for him. One where he looks like a knight because I'm Risen Knight. Then my the one that most people recognize me by is the ninja loadout, which I got updated a little bit, giving him the cool scarf and everything because he has that. Now for the gameplay, the reason why I like the Scout Switch is because he can flank. So he's the fastest class in the game, and you're able to increase his speed with the Babyface Blaster. Even though I don't like using that one because it got nerfed down to the gutter. I mean, fix the Babyface Blaster. I mean, at least I don't know if it is that for a different video, but if I make one, but I just find so much enjoyment out of playing as the Scout. He's extremely fast, laying on his feet. He's agile. You're able to double jump. You're able to capture a point pretty easily because he's 2 times speed. And he also can play as somewhat of a support because of the Mad Milk and stuff like that. And he also has the Through and Blade, which is probably one of my favorite weapons in the game, because even though it's a reskin of the Boston Basher, it just looks so cool. His weapons are all really cool. And he was the first character I ever played as. He was shown to. I remember seeing how I was at a friend's house and they showed me TF2, and the first character I played as was the Scout, because I remember seeing an animation or something where it's like the Scout was fighting the Heavy and he's drinking the bonk and he ended up going all fast and everything. That was so cool. I was like, whoa, I want to use the Scout. And it was like, I knew I was going to be a Scout main once I started playing as him. And even though he's one of the weaker classes in the game, like he can't take that much damage, which is one reason I really love the pre-voice target pistol. I can make him take a little bit more damage, but even with that, it still didn't deter him from being my number 1 favorite. I mean, even though I'm not exactly the best at him, I'm probably better at him than most of my other classes because I play as him the most. But I don't really care. I find them very fun to play. And with that, I that's how I'm going to end this video. I don't exactly know how to end these kind of list things. This is my really first one in a way. I don't know. I thought I would kind of do something like this since to kind of talk about TF2 instead of it being just another gameplay video. I kind of want to change some things up, especially since this is my 5th anniversary, and I just kind of want to do something a little more special. And I just hope you like this video. I mean, I don't really think I need to tell you guys this, but I don't know, I just feel like that's a good way to end off my videos by kind of doing this outro, where I just tell you guys that if you like my videos and you want to support my channel, you can like this video, tell me down in the comments below, or even if you want further support my channel, you could either share with a friend or even subscribe to me, so you can see when I make videos. And I know I've been pretty busy lately, and I've not been able to post that many videos. Like, this is my 2nd video this month. But I try really hard to make good content, and I probably one of the last few, in quotations, TF2 YouTubers out there who still plays TF2. And it does it on a somewhat consistent basis. I mean, most of my videos are on TF2. You know, I still kind of hate how I'm kind of limited to this. I might make a new channel that's so I don't get stuck in this kind of pile, but I'm still going to play TF2 and make videos on this channel about TF2, since that's kind of what people know me for. And it kind of really hurts my channel when I don't post constantly TF2 videos. But with that, I hope to see you next time. Bye.